You've been lied to about your favorite snacks. Today, we're exposing the truth. I bought the world's most popular snacks and we're putting them head to head in the ultimate showdown. This isn't just about taste, it's about what you're really eating. We'll break down the science, the sugar, the fat, and the secrets these companies hide. 3 epic battles: biscuits versus cake, yogurt versus juice, and chips versus popcorn. One result will blow your mind. Make your predictions now. Let's get into it. First up, biscuit versus cake. It's a showdown that's been quietly happening in kitchens, offices, and tea breaks all over the world. On one side, the humble biscuit, crunchy, convenient, and always within arm's reach. On the other, the decadent slice of chocolate cake. Rich, indulgent, and often reserved for special occasions. But which one is really the bigger threat to your health and waistline? Let's break it down. The classic digestive biscuit. People think it's a light snack. It's the go-to companion for your afternoon tea, a quick fix for hunger pangs, and often marketed as a healthier alternative to more obvious treats. You see them in every office pantry, every home kitchen, and they're so easy to grab that you barely think twice. On the other side, a slice of chocolate cake. Everyone's guilty pleasure. It's the star of birthday parties, celebrations, and those moments when you just need a pick-me-up. Cake is seen as a deliberate indulgence, something you plan for, savor, and maybe even feel a little guilty about afterward. But is cake really the villain here? Or have we been misled by clever marketing and our own habits? It's time to look past the stereotypes and get to the real facts. To settle this once and for all, we tested 10 popular brands of each, biscuits and cakes, and sent them to a food lab for a full nutritional analysis. We wanted the hard data: calories, sugar, fat, fiber, and more. No more guessing, no more assumptions, just the truth straight from the lab. Here's the shocker: one digestive biscuit has about 70 calories and 5 grams of sugar. That might not sound like much, but it adds up fast. The problem is biscuits are rarely eaten alone. They're designed to be moreish, to keep you reaching for just one more. But who eats just one? Let's be honest. 3 or 4 biscuits is a typical serving for most people, especially when you're distracted or hungry. Suddenly, you're at 350 calories and 25 grams of sugar, about the same as a can of soda. And that's before you even realize it. Cake, on the other hand, looks worse at first glance. A single slice can pack around 400 calories and 40 grams of sugar. It's a heavy hitter, no doubt. But here's the thing. Cake is usually eaten as a treat, not as a mindless snack. You know you're having dessert, and you're more likely to stop at one slice. But here's the twist. When you compare them gram for gram, biscuits are often loaded with saturated fat and refined flour, sometimes even more than cake per 100 grams. That means if you eat biscuits in the same quantity as cake, you could be getting more unhealthy fats and empty carbs than you bargained for. The real danger with biscuits is how easy they are to overeat. You eat them mindlessly, while working, watching TV, or chatting with friends. You never really feel satisfied, so you keep going back for more. Cake, on the other hand, is a conscious treat. You sit down, you savor it, and you know you've had dessert. There's a psychological stop sign that comes with cake that biscuits just don't have. Biscuits are marketed as wholesome, but they're really just empty calories. No fiber, no real nutrients, just sugar and fat wrapped up in a crunchy package. The packaging might show wheat fields and claim digestive benefits, but don't be fooled. Most biscuits offer little more than a quick sugar rush and a crash soon after. Some cakes, especially homemade ones, can actually offer a bit more. Add nuts, fruit, or whole grains, and you get a little protein, some healthy fats, maybe even a few vitamins and minerals. It's not health food, but it's not as empty as you might think, especially compared to the average store-bought biscuit. And here's another surprise. Gram for gram, chocolate-coated biscuits can have even more calories and saturated fat than a slice of sponge cake. That chocolate layer isn't just for taste. It's a calorie bomb that adds up fast. The biscuit's so-called health halo is a myth, clever marketing, not reality. Words like digestive, whole wheat, or light are often just that. Words. The actual ingredients tell a different story, one of refined flour, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. Portion control? Nearly impossible with biscuits. The packaging is designed for you to keep reaching in, and before you know it, the whole sleeve is gone. It's a slippery slope, and one that's all too easy to slide down. Cake, on the other hand, is different. One slice, and you're done. It's a clear portion, a defined treat, and you're much less likely to go back for seconds, especially if it's a rich, satisfying cake. In the real world, people overeat biscuits and barely notice. It's the classic, just one more trap, and it's why biscuits can quietly sabotage your diet without you even realizing it. With cake, you're aware of the indulgence, and that awareness helps you keep it in check. So, the winner. Cake. It's honest, satisfying, and less likely to lead to overeating. When you want a treat, it's better to have something you truly enjoy and can savor, rather than mindlessly munching your way through hundreds of empty calories. Next time you're craving something sweet, skip the biscuits, just have the cake. Enjoy it, savor it, and know that you've made the smarter choice. Mind blown. The ultimate deception isn't in the cake, it's in the biscuit's disguise. Welcome to round 2 of the hidden sugar war, yogurt versus juice. These are the so-called healthy options that line our supermarket shelves, promising nutrition and wellness in every bite or sip. But are they really as good for us as we think? Today we're going to peel back the labels and see what's really inside. When you're standing in the dairy aisle or at the breakfast table, you might reach for a fruit-flavored yogurt or pour yourself a glass of pure juice, thinking you're making a smart, health-conscious choice. After all, they're both made from fruit, right? But let's dig a little deeper. Let's start with yogurt. If you choose plain Greek yogurt, you're actually making a great choice. It's packed with protein, which helps build and repair muscles, and it's a good source of calcium for strong bones. Plus, it contains probiotics, those friendly bacteria that support your gut health and digestion. Add some fresh fruit, and you've got a snack that's both delicious and nourishing. But here's the catch. Most people don't buy plain yogurt. Instead, they reach for the fruit-flavored pots thinking they're getting the best of both worlds, dairy and fruit. But these little pots are often packed with added sugar. In fact, one small fruit-flavored yogurt can contain up to 20 grams of sugar. That's about 5 teaspoons in just a few spoonfuls. That's almost as much sugar as you'd find in a small candy bar, and the fruit in these yogurts, it's usually not fresh fruit at all. More often it's fruit that's been boiled down in sugar syrup, losing much of its natural fiber and nutrients along the way. What you're really eating is sweetened yogurt with a hint of fruit flavor, not the wholesome snack you might imagine. Now let's talk about juice. The labels shout 100% pure, no added sugar, and all natural. It sounds perfect, right? But don't be fooled by clever marketing. Even if there's no sugar added, fruit juice is still loaded with natural sugars, and it's missing something important. When you drink juice, you're basically consuming fruit with all the fiber stripped away. That fiber is what helps slow down the absorption of sugar in your body, keeping your blood sugar levels stable. Without it, a glass of apple juice, just one glass, can have 25 grams of sugar. That's the same amount of sugar as a glass of cola. So, while juice might seem healthier, your body processes it almost the same way as soda. Both fruit-flavored yogurt and juice are stripped of their natural goodness and loaded with sugar. The sugar content in these healthy options can add up quickly, especially if you're having them every day. Over time, this can contribute to weight gain, energy crashes, and even increase your risk of chronic diseases like diabetes. The one thing yogurt has going for it is that it still contains some protein and calcium, which can help you feel fuller for longer. Protein slows down digestion, so you're less likely to reach for another snack right away. Calcium is essential for bone health, and the probiotics in yogurt can support your immune system and gut. Juice, on the other hand, is basically a sugar rush in a glass. With no fiber to slow things down, the sugar hits your bloodstream fast, giving you a quick burst of energy followed by a crash. You don't feel full, and you might even feel hungrier later, leading you to eat more overall. So, if you have to choose between the two, yogurt is the lesser evil. The protein, calcium, and maybe some probiotics give it a slight edge over juice. But remember, this is a close call. Yogurt only wins because juice is just that much worse when it comes to sugar and satiety. But here's the real secret. The true winner isn't yogurt or juice. It's actual, whole fruit. When you eat a piece of fruit, you get all the natural sugars, but you also get fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The fiber helps slow down sugar absorption, keeps you feeling full, and supports your digestive health. Plus, whole fruit is naturally low in calories and high in water, making it the perfect snack. So, next time you're shopping, don't just trust the packaging or the health claims on the front. Flip the product over, read the nutrition label, and check the sugar content. Remember, in the battle of yogurt versus juice, yogurt barely wins, but it's a tarnished victory. The real champion is whole fruit every time. Welcome to the final round, chips versus popcorn, the ultimate salty snack showdown. These two titans have dominated snack tables, movie nights, and party bowls for decades, but which one truly deserves the crown? Let's break it down and see who comes out on top. First up, potato chips. They're thin, crispy, and undeniably addictive. That satisfying crunch, the salty hit, the way they practically melt on your tongue. It's no wonder they're a go-to snack for so many people. But what's really hiding behind that irresistible taste? Let's talk numbers. A single modest serving of potato chips, about 1 ounce or a small handful, packs in 160 calories and 10 grams of fat. That's just for a tiny portion, not even enough to fill you up. But, let's be honest. Who actually stops at just one serving? Most of us keep reaching back into the bag, chip after chip, until suddenly half the bag is gone. And that's where things get dangerous. Eating half a standard bag of chips can easily add up to over 1,000 calories, a massive dose of unhealthy fats, and a salt bomb that can leave you feeling bloated and sluggish. It's a slippery, salty slope. Now let's turn to popcorn. At its core, popcorn is a whole grain, which means it's packed with fiber and nutrients. When you air pop it, no oil, no butter, it's shockingly healthy. You get that same satisfying crunch, but with a fraction of the calories and fat. Here's the kicker. You can eat 3 whole cups of air-popped popcorn for less than 100 calories. That's a huge filling portion, loaded with fiber to keep you satisfied. It's a snack that actually fills you up, not just teases your taste buds. But there's a catch. Most people don't eat plain air-popped popcorn. Instead, they reach for microwave popcorn or grab a tub at the movies, both of which are often drenched in artificial butter, oils, and loads of salt. Suddenly, that healthy snack turns into a nutritional nightmare. A large bucket of movie theater popcorn can contain over 1,200 calories and a staggering 60 grams of saturated fat. That's more than most fast food meals, and it's easy to eat the whole thing before the previews are even over, so popcorn is a bit of a wild card. It can be a super snack, light, healthy, and satisfying, or a total disaster depending entirely on how you prepare it. The difference between air-popped and movie theater popcorn is night and day. Chips, on the other hand, don't have that flexibility. They're always deep-fried, always high in fat and salt, and they offer almost no fiber or nutritional value. No matter how you slice it, chips are a treat best enjoyed rarely, if at all. The real magic of popcorn is in how you make it. Pop it at home, use just a touch of oil and a sprinkle of salt, and you've got a snack that's not only delicious but genuinely good for you. You control the ingredients, the calories, and the flavor. Chips simply can't compete with that level of customization or health. So, when it comes to the Salty Snack Showdown, the winner is clear. Popcorn takes the trophy by a landslide. It's versatile, filling, and can be incredibly healthy if you skip the fake butter and heavy oils. High in fiber, low in calories, and actually good for you. Popcorn is the snack you can feel great about eating. Just remember, keep it simple, keep it light, and enjoy every crunchy bite. The Salty Showdown is over, and popcorn reigns supreme. The results are in. Cake beats biscuits, yogurt edges out juice, and popcorn destroys chips. The biggest lesson? Don't trust the marketing. Read the labels and watch your portions. Here's the mind-blowing fact. Air-popped popcorn has more fiber than an apple. It's a whole grain, low-calorie, and super satisfying. If you take one thing from this video, it's this. Eat more properly prepared popcorn. Comment your favorite snack below, and subscribe for more food face-offs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.